Alright guys, with Doom 3 being unlocked, I've been getting a lot of questions about when I'm going to make videos on these particular sections, teams, all that kind of theory crafting stuff, and I am going to get to that, but I'm waiting till my alliance is on difficulty 3.4, which should be by the end of this week, and then I'm going to isolate sections and really kind of map it out and do some high quality videos like we did for Scourge. But in this video, I just want to give you a quick rundown of what my current experience is, the teams I'm using, the nodes, how I'm handling them. I do have a whack of it. This is going to be a long video, so make sure you check the timestamps. And it's going to be a little bit more familiar than the upscale videos I try and do. So just take that for what it is. Let's get into it. And I am on the left side, so that's where we're going to start. We're going to start with skill. So skills, node 1 and 2. And I guess I should say this at the gate too. There's not a lot of characters in my raid teams that I've leveled past 85. I had them there for Doom 2.3, and they haven't moved. Now they will be moving because I'm finding these teams are all working. And starting with this team, which was my raid team, Secret Avengers with Kestrel and Shang-Chi. This is on Doom 3.3, and you can see my Shang-Chi, he's big, he's at 6 red stars, and he's just tearing through it. And this is kind of why I wanted to wait till I was on Doom 3.4, so I'd be a little bit more in tune with what your roster is, though you could have a 6 red star Shang-Chi and a 6 red star Kestrel. They are definitely powerhouses here. But anyway, you want to go ahead and use Kestrel Special on that Red Guardian, and then you basically clear the first wave. And if your team is as strong as mine, you probably don't want to use the Captain Sam ultimate there. You want to hold it, because otherwise you'll clear it too fast. And when these two Hellas drop in, I know everyone's talking about this. Kestrel's passive's not working on it, though she is getting her charges cleared, so you can't kill them, otherwise you just get more. So what you want to do is single target damage them. I save my Kestrel ultimate for that. We completely annihilate one, and then we get on the other, and more often than not, I can completely kill them before they take a turn. But on Doom 3.3, if these ladies take a turn, I probably die. They hit so hard. On Doom 2.2, I think they wiped me because I wasn't taking them seriously. But there you go, we're starting to build up some cooldowns again, which is great. And the one cooldown that I kind of wanted up was Captain Sam's, and I don't think we get that up in time, unfortunately. That's slow. I believe from the Black Widow really hurt us here. Oh, he does get one turn. Oh, we had an auto basic. So I guess it didn't hurt us, but he didn't actually get his ultimate up, which you're going to see in the next fight. So that node, not so bad. Just as soon as the Hellas drop in, that's kind of the crunch point. Make sure you have some single target damage ready to go in on them. And unfortunately, I don't get to do the boss node here. My lane mates are savages, and they got there before me. So this node can really, really kill you. If that Morbius hits Sharon and Shang-Chi, they can kind of just bleed out of this difficulty, which I thought was insane. But yeah, anyway, so I go ahead, I use the ultimate, I rewind them all. Now with the Sharon Carter passive, they all have Disrupt, which is great against characters like Anti-Venom, so he doesn't get the dodges. And from here, we're just we're cleaning house, right? Megan uses Kestrel attacks while killing high priority targets. Like Morbius does so much damage. Silver Samurai here actually does more damage than Wolverine or Sabretooth, oddly enough. And if my Captain Sam had his special up, I could have got counters on that Sabretooth. And then when this node drops in, this is a kind of a scary node. So we need to we need to control the Ghost Rider, because you're going to see his damage here. I think he actually kills my my Maria, who just took a giant hit right there. So he's going to kill them really hard on Retaliate. See, Kestrel, even with that defense up, takes about 40% of her life there, which is crazy. Shang-Chi's going to take a big hit here, too. And you see why we want to kill her, right? Look at all that damage he does. It's insane. And I think this is where Maria dies, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so just completely gone off the map. Obviously, I need to figure out a way to make that not happen. But basically, it's going to be kind of find a way to control Deathpool. Probably hold that Sharon ultimate when I use it on Wolverine. Don't do that. Use it on Deathpool or Ghost Rider. And then kill whoever we didn't stun. And I think that's how that's going to go. But all in all, not terrible. I knew I wasn't going to hit the boss node, so I just started using cooldowns. At this point, I would not have used cooldowns. I would have, with Captain Sam, attacked the dupe far away from Kestrel. Then I would have waited till I was around Kestrel to use some AoE attacks. which I think happens right here anyway. Yeah, so I didn't have to use the Captain Sam ultimate to get this done. And there you go. Captain Sam still had special up, so if we went into the next node with just special up, that'd be okay-ish. The skill boss, actually, you do kind of want that ultimate from Captain Sam up, so you want to conserve some cooldowns there. Bio nodes 1 and 2. Here we go. Let's get rid of that ad. That's kind of silly. So bio nodes 1 and 2. Web Warriors, right? I'm kind of intrigued by this bio team I use on the challenges. That actually has no Web Warriors on it, so I'm going to try that tomorrow. But Web Warriors are obviously going to work here. Node 2 can get kind of scary. Again, this is a 900k team. My Web Warriors are all still sitting at level 85. At 900k, on difficulty 3.3, they struggle on Node 2. Node 2 is harder than the boss node, from my understanding. So I think you do want to have your Web Warriors leveled up. I know that's kind of a silly, obvious thing to say, but I don't, so I'm going to say it. So obviously, Web Warriors are the best bio raid team in the game, so they want to use them against us, which I'm not a fan of. Not a fan of the dodging AI. It can be so bad, which I think it actually gets pretty bad here. So we're just kind of going through the modes. I really want to kill this Ghost Spider. That retaliate damage she does is really painful. And there's 3 Web Warriors on this node, the 3 new ones. So I definitely want to get rid of her. Now, T'Challa is kind of a threat, but at the same time, not really. Keep an eye out for that Phantom buff. That is a Phantom dodge. For whatever reason, he just lives those Phantom buffs. Yeah, here comes some dodges. And you see he didn't dodge that. Phantom buff. This is on like 1080p, high graphics mode. Very annoying. Ghost Rider with these Ghost Spider with the dodges. Very annoying. So after Ghost Spider goes down, we really want to take out Scarlet Spider. Just leave the Ultron. Honestly, the Ultron's not as big a deal as you would think. You would think he's a Dark Dimension character. He's going to be super strong. He's buffed up. Web Warriors are going to dodge what he does. Look, I have so many dodges. He can get all the buffs he wants in the world. I will dodge his ultimate, and then it's not going to matter. I'm going to kill him twice. He's not going to get a bunch of bots out because we do enough chain damage. That will take those bots out as we go. And with slows and everything else, like, he's just hard up and getting a turn. So there you go. There's the dodge. He's kind of a Trojan horse for that Scarlet Spider. Scarlet Spider's the one who's going to hurt you and make you have a harder time going into the next node. So there's node 1. And node 2 is really tricky with the death pool when she drops in. And this actually has gotten me to level up my Web Warriors a bit more. Sorry, gear up. I put gear tier 16 on my Miles, even though we're getting the war team. I think Web Warriors are the obvious choice, and they're going to last through this raid, so I don't mind doing that. I think I'll get enough teal gear to figure it out. But anyway, I want to slow the beast. I don't want him to cleanse or do his ultimate on these mutants. So I put the slow on him with Miles, and then I spread the defense down. Unfortunately, the defense down was on Psylocke, which sucks, but then we get that done. And then finally, take out the Jubilee, Nebula goes. And now, I kind of want to kill these Infinity Watch people. We're going to have some Uncanny drop in. I just kind of accept that the Infinity Watch are going to do the thing, which may not be the best strat, because even with the defense up, they start melting here. So I'm going to try tomorrow to actually go for the Infinity Watch members first and just control the Jubilee. Because her stuns and the slow, I think, would be a problem, right? Because they're another raid team. They have a lot of things that they do in raid that you may not see them do when you, say, face them on war defense. But anyway, yeah, you should definitely save your Miles ultimate here for this Colossus so we're not getting stuck behind him. And furthermore, we should try and save as much as we can. And if possible, if we can drop Deathpool in and then spread Disrupt and slows and all kinds of that stuff like that with Ghost Spider, I think that's the way we want to do it. But here, I leave the Phoenix up, and she's going to suck everything up, which is super annoying. And I actually extend here rather than going to try and kill her. But it is too late. I wasn't going to get her dead. So I need to kill that Phoenix before the stealth comes in, because the stealth is what kills me here. Yeah, there it is. Able to finish that Moon Dragon, which is nice. I should probably just be going for that and more luck at this point. And of course, with magic, if we do kill both phoenixes, we're just gonna get another phoenix, so that's kind of a concern, right? And here's where, this is where I was talking about Deathpool. Her damage is insane on this node, and because she got stealthed, this was just a really poor play. My wife sent me some Snapchats. What up, babe? So yeah, this was just a really poor setup, and I think tomorrow I'll have a better idea of what to do going into this. I just definitely don't let that Ghost Spider, or sorry, the Deadpool do her thing, because here we go. Kills through Death Proof, because why not? And then there goes Ghost Spider, and now it sucks. I'm going to get through the node, and again, I knew I wasn't going to be able to touch the boss node. Somebody was already headed towards it. So I just kind of let this ride and hanged it out, but when I do make a polish video, it's not going to be showing how to crawl through node 2. It's going to be showing how to one-shot node 2 with healthy web warriors left at the end. And I think a big part of that is going to be with level 90. And again, I killed Dark Phoenix before taking out Magic, which just summons another Dark Phoenix. So a zero-sum game, just more percentile damage coming in. Not very smart play on my part there. And Spider-Punk looks like he's about to get wrecked, but luckily we have Scarlet Spider coming in with some big damage. Especially on that Deadpool over there. Deathpool, rather. Unavoidable, the Phoenix ultimate, so you're not going to dodge that. And then you got to kill this Magic, otherwise you're not going to get anywhere. Yeah, so that's the bio section in a nutshell. Node 2 is going to be the problem node, but everyone can get through it, and then you can tag team the boss. So it's not that bad, and tag teaming the boss nodes is going to be a big theme in this raid, at least at the beginning. Especially in one section in particular. Tech. Well, yeah. So tech section will be solved with a new team, but right now I'm still using my old team. It's a very powerful, like nearly 1 million power team with Kestrel, Doom, Lady Deathstrike, T'Challa, and Kestrel. But I just want to show you some of the characters that I am working on, because I do believe the Bionic Avengers are going to be the way to go. So I have Iron Man, who I now have 6 red stars, which is pretty dope. I have Vision. He's only gear tier 16, but he's going to come up there as well. And then Deathlock. So I have them. I'm working on them all. They're definitely the solution to this section, so don't be afraid of that. But yeah, I can't use them yet. The 3-piece doesn't work. Vision alone actually works really good as a plug and play instead of Shuri, so you don't have to worry about that special being up in between nodes. In fact, if you had to solo a lane, I would suggest that. We're only doing the first node here, and the reason we're only doing the first node here, I should mention, is because we're only doing one tech lane throughout our entire alliance. In each side, obviously, so we can keep climbing through. But we're dogpiling one tech lane to get to the next section. We're pushing about 80%. In a couple days, we'll do a 100% run, and then that'll be that. But as far as this node goes, if Doom gets energy, you're pretty much set and you're good. If he doesn't get energy, it's a lot more difficult. Here, I actually don't know how it went. He did not get the energy, so it's definitely hard. Strange is luckily very squishy, so he still dies before he has his Winds of Watum. But Shuri with that slow, not great. Definitely not great, and I think she dies right here. Yeah, so she got tunneled so hard there. I think that was actually an Ant-Man assist, so not super tunneled. And a striker on Psylocke, I suppose. But still a little unfortunate. So we're holding our breath, hoping that Doom gets to come taunt soon. Saving some cooldowns just in case. And then there we go. Doom survives, just barely, actually. And so if you dogpile nodes, like I suggest you do until Bionic Avengers come out, because tech section sucks unless you're doing push days, then you can do one node, somebody else can do one node, and as soon as Doom gets energy, you can kind of just bully your way through a node. And then 2 people can tag team the boss node. The boss node doesn't actually seem as bad as these nodes, oddly enough. Kestrel's is not pinging here, eh? I thought I saw that when I was playing it today, and it made me very mad. Yeah, Kestrel's is not pinging. She's just not doing her job. It's super annoying. I'll forward that to the devs as soon as I can. And now she pinged. So she wasn't pinging off Ant-Man, but she pinged off Red Guardian. Oh well. So this is like the mid-wave. Do not attack Wong with your bots, because Wong very much might kill them. Try and get a blind on him with T'Challa as soon as you can if you're forced to use this team until Bionic Avengers come out, because his passive damage is crazy. Spider-Woman's scary. She didn't spawn with defense up. She might get it here in a second. Yeah, she got it after the fact. Very weird. So, we take out the Nico so she can't flip our defense up or anything like that. But honestly, Spider-Woman is a big threat right now. With her special, the offense down, all that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of concerned what she's going to do here. As of right now, we're actually getting through this node fairly easily. Oh, this is a good reset on the special with Lady Deathstrike. So that's going to rewind that Spider-Woman a perfect amount. And then she's actually looks like she might bleed out. Oh, so close. Oh, she almost one-shot T'Challa. That's so nuts. Yeah, as soon as they start taking turns at 3.3, it gets sketchy. Now, all these characters are level 85. T'Challa's not even 7 yellow stars, so I kind of can justify it in my head why I'm not just ripping through these nodes. And it's meant for Bionic Avengers, so... Look, long story short, tech section sucks. Looks like the file froze. 1 second. Alright, pardon the interruption. So where were we? Assuming we're around here somewhere. We're just doing our thing, getting through it. There goes Spider-Woman, there goes Wasp. And now I'm actually going to blind him. Probably don't want to do that. You probably just want to let your guy die. I just didn't want to take the retaliate damage and have T'Challa die. In case I did have to do another node, which I didn't, because my lane mates are awesome. But yeah, you know, 20 heals is better than 50 heals. And there he goes. That's just the first node. That's really, really rough. I've heard the 3-piece is just not great. Hopefully when Vision comes to the game, be a little bit better. So here's Mystic Nodes 1 and 2. Again, I didn't get to do boss nodes. They never let me do any boss nodes. And the good news here is that this is free. This is free. I don't even know how to play this, and I get through it freely. And again, none of these characters are leveled. I think Morgan might be level 88. Yeah, it looks like Morgan's 88. Dormammu might have been 87. Maybe Icarus 86. But not level 90. Level 90 make a big difference. And everything's going to be fine. This node in particular, though, is super duper free. You just get to go before them. It doesn't matter. As soon as you get those rewinds going, they have the defense downs. People just start dying quick. And the one thing I will say here, guys, is do not just throw your Dorm special out there because you can. For sure, on this node, you should get all the energy back feeding on these dupes with Deathpool's passive. But there's just no real reason to, I guess is my point. I'd rather use the Eternals and just get the energy back from them kind of thing. Or for them. But yeah, there's nothing to compensate on this node. This node is just Eternals doing Eternal things, and then Deathpool passive feeding you energy. Deathpool is going to be in the meta for any Mystic Raid teams for a very, very long time. And I think this should probably end it. Oh, not quite. And there you go. So heading into Node 2. Node 2 was a little bit trickier. I think I almost died. Mostly because I didn't know what I was doing. Pretty much. And although we'll have Doom available to us when we're no longer using him in the tech section, I don't think he's necessary. But Morgan Le Fay is absolutely clutch here. Her giving that ability block to Kate, and there's so many Kates on this node, plays off big. Oh, one thing you do want to do, just like at the last raid, you want to prep your Deathpool abilities. You want her to have 5 charges heading to that boss node. Alright, so we're just doing our thing. Unfortunately, Cersei didn't have enough energy to ult here. That would have been better. But we'll stun the Taskmaster, just stop blinds. Right? Blinds, it's kind of the only real thing that'll stop Icarus. If he has more than one debuff and one of them's blind, he doesn't clear it. That could be rough. And then that's just where I almost died right there. When Zemo basically killed Deathpool on her own. Like, some unfortunate bouncing. And also just not controlling him in time. Which is partly on me. Oh, one thing I do want to mention. Striker for Morgan here. She does not need to be skirmisher whatsoever. The extra attacks are huge. Like, you just saw it kill the Zemo. Morgan Striker does so much damage. It's so fun. Which means maybe Raid or on Dormammu. He does so much AoE, I don't see why not. Anyway, you see I'm just basicing with Dormammu just to like, set a precedent. But definitely could have ulted there. Even if I did have to do the boss line, I might ult there just so, because Deathpool's going to give so much energy back anyway. But, yeah, I'm doing nothing but basics with Dormammu here. And there you go. So that's the second Mystic Node. Not much else to talk about here. I'm, like, kind of keeping cooldowns. I don't know why I'm doing that. I know the boss is already taken. Oh, man, Dormammu damage is so fun. Being able to actually play that character is a huge breath of fresh air. Instead of putting him on defense in various kind of modes. So much damage it does. I mean, it did enough damage to Dormammu that he's not going to heal up. So we're not going to get reses on the boss node. That would have been somewhat annoying, but also I think you'd still be in full control in that boss node. The boss node doesn't look tricky by any means. So there you go, Mystic Nodes. Now for the section that I thought was the most interesting, and the one that I was actually worried about the most, the mutant section. So we're going to do all the mutant nodes here. And I'm super happy to inform you guys that Astonishing X-Men works great. For the first couple of days, I was using like Omega Red and Rogue with a couple Astonishing X-Men trying to make that work. And then somebody said in my alliance, like, X-Men works the whole way through. So my Astonishing X-Men is my smallest raid team. I don't even have Kitty's level 80. They're 800k, which is 100k smaller than my smallest team that I use in raids. So I'm building them up. I am leveling them. They get my stamp of approval, oddly enough, to level up. The way it works is super sketchy, similar to the Scourge, the Famine Scourge. They drop real low, Beast brings them back up, and rinse repeat. So what I've done is I'm alternating my recommendation. Skirmisher on Jubilee, she needs that focus. Healer on Beast, because you need to be flipping back and forth like that. And put everything you can afford into Bishop, Jubilee, and Beast. That trifecta, always a trifecta. But Iceman definitely pays off big here, lining his buffs as well. And yeah, what it comes down to is just you drop super low, Beast brings you back up, Jubilee's putting blinds on certain characters, and you're just doing your thing. So as far as kill order goes and everything like that, on this node, kill the Infinity Watch people. The worst thing in the world that could happen is Sinister clones Kitty, which is what he did to me. Kitty will give herself a dodge. Literally, if she doesn't have a dodge, she's going to give herself a dodge. And then your Astonished X-Men just can't hit her, except for like Bishop Special. But you really want to take out these more damaging targets before you go deal with the clone, which was very annoying. Very annoying. And there's my boss messaging me about work tomorrow. Yeah, this this raid with these characters is easier than Doom 2.3. And when I say easier, I mean like, yes, we were able to cheese Hela, we were able to cheese the multiple man, but we timed out a lot. Once your team is built up, I don't think you're going to time out very much. You see, Bishop gets attacked a lot, so he's always charged. He seems to always have offense up from Beast, Jubilee, or his own special. And you're popping off all the time. I actually am so confident that the Astonishing X-Men will be able to do 3.4 at least, that I put gear tier 16 on Bishop and gear tier 16 on Beast. Now, that's not meant for everybody. If you don't have your unlimited team done yet, I can see a world where you'd rather wait on that. But for me, raid would trump unlocking Apocalypse anyway. Now, what concerns me is the idea of the Archangel Horseman now. Because if Astonishing X-Men is working and it is an Archangel raid team, yuck. That'd be very yuck. I'd be very unimpressed. So I'm really hoping it's a skill Horseman for Death, and Archangel is just kind of a character they released to put beside Apocalypse. Because Astonishing X-Men, they're doing the damn thing right here. They're not worried about anything. We get our speed advantage, and we're still killing people. Again, this is a small Axeman team. This is 800k, comparable to my other teams. It's very small. And this is my first time doing these nodes. So you see I move very slowly, thinking my way through things. And I think I get through this node, because I decided to put it on auto at some point. But we got a minute and a half left, and still 7 enemies. Alright, so there's the unavoidable damage from Bishop. We throw it into the kitty to get rid of her. And obviously with some Marauders on here, guys, it's very clear who you should be taking out. You should be taking out Madeline, followed by Emma. Sinister already did his thing, so it is what it is there. Kill him just for the speed meter, I suppose. But yeah. I was very surprised this worked. Happily surprised. And it doesn't feel like what Symbiotes felt like in the last raid in Doom 2 point whatever. Symbiotes felt very slow, felt very labored. You were able to get through it, but it didn't feel great. This actually feels pretty good. This node in particular, I think I'll fly through tomorrow. The next node, they do kind of stack it against you, which is annoying. But you'll see that with the turn order and everything else. Yeah, I'm busting out cores for you guys. Busting them out. And I did reset this node, I believe. Or was it the boss node? No, I did reset this node. That's why it's back to ×1 speed. And the reason I reset it is because I targeted the wrong person on the second wave, I think. So Bishop gets blown up by Deathpool, which is why I was happy to put some levels and gear onto Bishop myself. Because you can't avoid that damage. And then this is bad RNG. Jubilee getting stunned is terrible. Literally anybody else, even Beast, I think I prefer. Because then Jubilee can come in and do a fantastic stun, which is super, super clutch. But anyway, we take out some squishy targets. You know, Strange, very squishy character. I do manage to get that stun off of her before her turn. And then we go for the stun. We didn't land the stun on Deathpool. We had offense down. Again, kind of not the greatest RNG. And Agatha obviously had a loaded turn bar. She probably shouldn't have been going then. She's pretty slow without Morgan. And she opened up with special instead of ultimate. So it's kind of the devs working it against us. But it's not so bad. We're able to get through these guys pretty quickly. We're just not flipping anything. I guess I do have it on low graphics mode, though, because that should have been one big shot. That's okay. I'll figure that out tomorrow. I think it keeps switching it back on me. Now, one thing you do want to avoid on this team is letting Deathpool kind of just do whatever she wants. So she's about to use her special. She'll throw all those debuffs back at us. I really don't want to deal with that. Luckily, you know, the Axemen do have that nifty double tap mechanic, which we just saw, and took out Deathpool. But I've been moving way too slow. Like, way, way too slow. This node, just like on the skill 2 node, you need to control this Ghost Rider. You cannot let him just pop off you with retaliates. The way I found the best way to do that was to get a blind on him with Jubilee. See, look at that damage. That was through defense up, which is kind of scary. And then, yeah, this node is very scary. But as soon as you get those Iceman slows out there, you have a lot of breathing room. And Jubilee blinds just coming in clutch. So you kind of want to enter this wave with all your cooldowns up. We'll make a mental note of that. And we'll make sure in the strategy we talk about how to get there as efficiently as possible. But I see some weaker targets. I see a Doctor Strange Heartless. I don't want him to use Winds of a Tomb. I know I can feed on him for speed bar. So I go throw some big damage at him. Come back just to stun the Kestrel. And now I have great CC. I got blinds on Cloak. Great. Ghost Rider. Great. Stun on Kestrel. Fantastic. We can just kind of do our thing right now. This node I do time out on actually though, because I'm taking too much time thinking. This will all come faster as we progress through this stuff a little bit, couple weeks or so. And I think I made a mistake there. I should have killed Sharon. She's gonna come in and like stun somebody, I think. Oh no, it looks like we get her in time. Yeah, we got her. Dodges from Cloak, making us pay though. The Ghost Rider makes us pay as well. We special the Cloak. He can't dodge this, and then it spreads the blinds. So again, Astonishing X-Men proving that like control is kind of king in this game. With 1 minute left, I really needed to put on auto, but I wanted to go into the boss node with cooldowns up. So there goes Dagger. Really should be going for this yeah, I was about to say we should really be going for this Agatha right now. She's gonna go into stealth anyway, so might as well get that out of the way. One thing I should mention on this node, like you don't want to leave Ghost Rider up on this node because he's super fast and he's gonna wreck you on the opener of the next fight. So you definitely want to kill him. Looks like I do finally clue into that. Three seconds left. We get a big Bishop attack in, which is great. It leaves just the Wong left, I believe. Yeah. So that's a small team, though. It's at 800k at 3.3. So I'm going to get them up to 900k. We'll see how they do. And hopefully a little bit higher even thereafter. And we're going for the cleanup. And I'm actually going to fast forward through this. I think I just auto basic it. I had to go buy cores to do another fight for you guys. There we go. So here comes the boss node. And the boss node starts out the exact same way as the node you just saw did. Pretty gross. And because of that, I'm actually going to switch it up. I noticed something a little funny, and I'm not sure if it's intended or not. But it seems like Bishop keeps regaining his taunt as soon as Zemo goes. We'll see if we can see it here. So he goes. Does he clear it? He does, and then he regains it right away. I'm not sure if that's intended or not, but it's really good. Because then Bishop stops at dead in his tracks. There's no chain. Just the one slow on Bishop. And honestly, that sucks. It hurts, but I need Jubilee to get a turn off. I need to get some stuns. I need to get some blinds out there. We have a lot of dangerous targets facing us right away. So, Silver Surfer, obviously getting a blind on him. Super important. So he doesn't land an ability block. Let's heal blocks. Next is actually Cersei. We need to get a couple debuffs on her. Because she actually does a lot of damage here. And this kind of shows why I need to level my beast up. Here it comes, and you see Iceman. I'm not sure how Iceman took 75% of his life in damage, but he did. So we're 4v whatever, in 4v18ing this node at this point. And it doesn't go that bad. So a couple more levels on Iceman, make sure he doesn't die. Beast then is a healer instead of he's a skirmisher here. Those heals will just really pop off. I'm actually pretty excited that Axeman works. Not pretty excited, I'm very excited. Though, what I will say is I do this all wrong. So I start going for like Surfer, which yeah, like you want to kill Surfer, you want to get rid of Zemo. So in the next attack, you're not going into that. But if you kill too many here, you actually spawn in the Icarus, and you clearly don't want that. So you need to take Cersei out beforehand. And I'm just not doing that. Yeah, definitely. There's gonna be some very important kill orders coming down once I settle in and figure this stuff out. Because this is bad right now. Jubilee gets wrecked. I really should be on that Cersei. I don't know why I'm not. Cable, like, I get it. I don't want Cable to be there the next fight, but yeah. I'm just avoiding Cersei at all costs for some reason. Agatha died. Is this when he drops in? There's the Icarus. So, this is where I'm like, uh-oh, I should have, like, looked at who was coming down the pike. I'm kind of thinking about it, and I guess what I go to do is drop Icarus below 100% life. But I think he actually gets it back. And just doubling down on killing anybody but those characters. You know what, though? Iceman, losing Iceman really hurt here as well. The slows, the extra attacks, the extra skirmishers would have paid off huge getting those buffs off of Cersei and everybody else. So, I think it's going to be fine. Obviously, I messed this node up. I did go back in and clean it so that other people would be fine. I think I went in with, like, Rogue, Emma, Omega Red, Phoenix or something like that, and I killed Icarus. And then from there, I said, you're on your own, because, yeah, this is what happens here. And he is full life. I did go in and kill him. It wasn't pretty, though. But, yeah. Alright, guys. I mean, that's it. That's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it gave you kind of an idea about my insights in the raid right now. Obviously, I've said it a billion times. I'm going to say it one more time. We're going to have a much more detailed breakdown coming in the very near future, hopefully like this time next week, if not a little bit into the midweek next week. But it's going to be coming, and it's going to be nice, pretty, and should help you guys out. So, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, and have fun. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.